Hi, it's Tina today, and my video tutorial is my blank canvas series that I have every month where I take a raw piece of chipboard and transform it into a mixed media layout. So I had pre-gessoed my chipboard with some clear gesso this time, and I am spraying a couple of the colors from the Industrial Chic set from Lindy's that was in the limited edition kit this month. And I'm just spraying them and putting water on it so they can blend with each other. And this is another spray that was included in that Industrial Chic set. It's just a silver shimmer, and I love this color. It's amazing when it goes on. It's somewhat sheer, but you get a lot of that shimmer, that silver shimmer behind it. So I'm just going to go ahead and dry it so you can see my chipboard background is dry. And now I'm going to take one of the texture treads that was included in the limited edition kit, and you see me pouring some melted wax right onto my background, and I'm pushing the texture tread sheet, I don't know what you would actually call it, right into the wax. And I'm going to let that sit up for a minute till the wax hardens a bit, and then I went ahead and took the texture tread right off of it, peeled right off if it didn't stick to it at all. So now I'm going to take some Lindy's Magicals. These weren't in the kit, it was just some Magicals that I had in my stash, in some blues and greens, and I'm going to go ahead and rub it into the wax so you can really pick up the design from the texture treads. So you saw me spray some hairspray first, and the hairspray just really sets that Magical, that mica powder, right in to the background. You can see me just blending it into it, and you can really start to see the detail from the texture tread, how it impressed itself into the wax when the color goes on. The camera doesn't really pick it up too much until you start seeing the Magicals put onto the background. And I'm sorry, this is kind of off camera a bit, and I didn't realize it when I was taping it. So I'm just layering several colors. I think I had 4 different colors that I was putting on there. There were some greens and blues, and one was a little bit more gold than the others. And you can see a lot of the detail now as I'm going through this. So you can really see the detail here as I'm starting to finish up layering that mica powder, the Magicals, right on top of it. The Magicals are great because you can mix them with different mediums, or you can put them on by themselves like I'm doing here. And I'm just using a really hard stipple brush to apply the Magicals. So now I'm going to take some more of the Magicals. This was more like a silvery color that I had. And I'm just outlining some of the high points of the wax. You can see me just doing it with my finger. That way I can be very specific where I'm applying the Magicals. And then once that was done, I was pretty much ready just to assemble my layout. It was a very simple one. I'm using the wood block pieces from the limited edition kit. And I had this left over, the tin foil, or the foil tape piece from, it was included in both kits. I had a piece left over for one of my other projects, and I'm just layering it behind my photo. Now I'm using some of the Tim Holtz washi tape that was in the limited edition kit, and I was just going to apply it to the top of the layout, but it was getting lost in the background. So I thought I would go ahead and use some of the Lindy sprays. These are the 2 that are in the main kit, and I'm just painting it on just to age up that washi tape a little bit so it wasn't so stark looking. It's one of my favorite techniques to do. So one of the paints is a little more silver, the other one's a little more gold. You see me just layer them on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and zap it when it's dry with a heat gun just to dry it up a bit. And then once that's dry, it still wasn't as dark as I had wanted it. I wanted it to be more the color of the wood alphas. So you can see me here using some watermark ink. I'm just stamping the washi tape with this checkerboard stamp that I have. And then I'm going to use some Distress embossing powder, so it's not shiny, it's pretty rough. And I'm just sprinkling that on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and heat set that as well. And now you'll be able to see what that looks like. So it was pretty cool. I like how this looked. You still get some of the pattern in the background on the tape, but then you also see that it did pick up some of that same brown color that I was going for, which is exactly what I needed to kind of balance the layout there. So now I'm just trying to decide if I wanted it down at the bottom or if I wanted it at the top, and I ultimately decided to do it at the top. So I just glued it down and my layout was done. It was really fast and simple. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial this month, and thanks for stopping by.